just because you can't win doesn't mean you shouldn't play. So I don't want to put anyone else off playing. Come down, join as you always do, and do your very best, and hopefully we'll see you on the top 10 of the leaderboard. You can see me there sneaking in at the bottom of that page on -11. Wasn't exactly the best round for myself. Started as I usually do and as I expected to do on Loch Lomond, which is always slow and miserable and just kind of plodding along. I think I was -1 through the first 10 holes. I had 2 birdies and a bogey. I actually picked up a birdie without even realizing. There was a relatively short par 5. I think it's the third or the fourth hole. I thought I got a pair. I was actually quite disappointed. And 2 holes later, I realized I was -1, and I was just thinking, where in God's name did I pick that up from? Does a message come in? Okay. But yeah, so was a bit mistaken. Didn't realize I made the birdie, and that kind of gave me a little bit of faith. So yeah, -1 through 10, and then just went on this absolutely like nuts run for the final 8 holes. Was 10 under par, birdied 11, 12, then back-to-back eagles. So I chipped in on the par 5, 13th. Hold my bunker shot then on the par 4, 14th for another eagle, and then just birdied my whole way in, and it was it was pretty nice. I needed it. I really needed it. I was going to be miles back on the leaderboard, and it's kind of coming to that point of the season now where things are getting really busy. There's a lot of big events coming on, and there's a lot of great players in the society. So every shot really counts more than it did. I suppose in a previous season we had. There's just so many players now, and even the players we would have had since day one, like they've all gotten so good now. It's just those bogeys or those pars, depending on the course you're playing on, punish you much more. So that's kind of where we are at the moment with the Aberdeen Asset Management. Like I said, 36 hours still to play. It's 800 coins to enter, 90% payout, 10,000 coins bonus prize, as it always is with our Rolex series. If you haven't entered in the Rolex series, sadly can't really enter right now, because you need 5 events, or you need to have played 5 events to compete in it, as your best 5 scores will be counted towards the final leaderboard. So you'll be able to see the leaderboard on the PlayStation community Facebook group. So check it out. You'll only be able to see the top 5 out there. I mean, there's the bones of nearly 200 names on that list, so it's just it's not possible to share all of them. So I've just put up the top kind of 5 or 6 for the time being. So what the main purpose, as I said, of this video is to speak about the Open Championship. So the Open Championship is going to be on in Muirfield, so it starts on Thursday morning. So we're just going to hop over into the schedule there. I'm going to take a look at it. So there we go. So we have the Open Championship. Like I said, starts on Thursday. We're going to run it for a week, like we do with all major championships. I like to give it a full week, especially because it's 4 rounds. The 4 rounds is quite an awful lot to do in one sitting, and you know, we all have our own personal lives. We all do different things on the other side. So I suppose it's just nice to give everyone that kind of time and comfort to know that, you know, if it gets to the case where, you know, you don't manage to even get it done through the weekend, you still have 3 days on the flip side to just, I suppose, wrap it up. So just a little bit of information. I know you can read this in the screen, but I'm going to call it out to you anyway. So it's par 71, 18 holes, obviously. The fairways are going to be normal, which kind of like that. Greens are nice and firm, as you'd expect with most links courses, and a very, very fair medium fast. So that was one thing that kind of, I suppose, attracted me to using the Muirfield course as opposed to an awful lot of the other links courses that we have available that host Open Championships, is that they all tend to be very fast, and I think that that kind of basically cuts out a huge portion of golfers, as not everyone can deal with those fast greens as well as others. So I like to keep everything as open as possible, so that, you know, there's there's no definite winner. Like you can't call the winner before it starts. So yeah, so we have medium fast greens, which I really really like. We're going to be playing off the red tees, which is a bit backwards. I don't know, that kind of annoyed me a little bit when I was looking at the settings for that. I was like, who puts red at the back? Like that's the ladies' tee. It's always been the ladies' tee. Don't do that. But look, they did it. That's what they did, and we're just gonna roll with it. It's only something small, but that kind of annoyed me a little bit. So like I said, 4 rounds. The entry fee, as it is with all of our majors, it was with the Masters, it was with the US Open, it will be with the Open Championship, and it will be with the USPGA as well, which is the 1,250 coins per entry. The purse as well is 100%. So that's another thing that we do for all our majors, is that everything that's entered into the pot goes straight back to all of our players. So the society doesn't take any cut at all for that. And there is also a lovely bonus of 20,000 coins, which again is another norm for all our majors. So you'll see that again with the USPGA. I actually had to make sure earlier on that I had it set up for the major. It was down as a regular event, so I'm glad I actually spotted that. The assists remain open for the moment, so I'm actually going to do that while we're on the video here. So what we're going to do is we're just going to pop in and do a little bit of editing. So I'm just going to go through everything here. You'll be able to see it in a little bit more detail. So we have the format settings there. You'll be able to see the pins. So kept it very straightforward. Round 1, round 2, round 3, round 4 will be pins 1, 2, 3, 4. Very straightforward. I like to keep it that way. It's just rather than messing with it the whole time. So what we're going to do with our assists, so what I do for all our majors is I like to have just 1 or 2 removed. The reason for that is, like, they are the prime events of the season. The best golfer on the week deserves to win it, and I do think that, you know, at least by removing 1 or 2 aids, you really get to see those golfers shine through. So what I like to do is I don't like to go completely true sim on it and remove everything. So what I've decided to go with this time is I have decided to move the measurement mode to range, and I've also going to remove the wind speed. Now you might wonder why in God's name would I ever do that, and that's not very nice. I'm not nice, just to let you know. I may sound like a friendly little leprechaun who's an Irishman, but no, not very nice at all. The measurement mode is on range. I like that because at the end of the day, I mean, your man, I can't think of his name now, the commentary guy, he pretty much would give you the exact range 9 times out of 10 anyway. And then you also have the wind speed. Like, even though it's turned off, you can actually gauge how strong the wind is by the little ball. I'm going to show you in a little while, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually play maybe the first 6 to 9 holes of Muirfield as part of this video as well. So I'm going to show you what I mean by that. But yeah, the measurement mode, the commentator actually gives you distances. He doesn't always, but it's just nice to be able to kind of step up to a shot and go, right, I have like 150, 155, and it just kind of puts that little bit of doubt in your head, and that just gives you that kind of ultra realism. I know we're all sitting on our couches and controller in our hands and everything else like that, but I think it's just nice to have that little bit of realism, that little bit of fear that, like, what if I hit this too far? What if I leave this too short? There's that really nasty bunker there, or there's like a huge green over to there, and I do not want to have to putt the whole way across it. And I just like to put the little bit of fear of God into into those shots. So that's my reasoning for it. That's what we're going to go with. And that is confirmed. So just to go through again, edit purse there, so you can see there, just in case you didn't believe me, 100% of it goes straight back into the prize fund. So the more people who play, the more money that's up for grabs. And done. Okay, so what we're actually going to do now is we're just going to go forward, and I'm just going to open up the Muirfield. I haven't actually played Muirfield yet, so this is essentially going to be my practice run. So please don't don't go to town on me for having a bad round. I'm also not the best at playing TGC while actually actively talking, so Like I said, please don't slate me for it. I'm gonna do the best that I can, and if it's crap, it's crap. If it's good, then it's good. Um, oh, this guy designed Loch Lomond as well. Okay, well if he designed Loch Lomond and Birkdale, this has got to be class. Okay, so new round. I already have my settings actually set up the way I want it as well, so we don't have to worry about that. I'll go with red tees. Go for pin one. So yeah, like we've had some really great numbers over the last couple of weeks. Again, like I know I mentioned it in the last video. Just really appreciate all the support you've given. You guys are absolutely fantastic. It's guys, it's ye that keeps it running. I mean, fair enough. I set up the schedule, I set up the tournaments, and I post and whatever else like that. But at the end of the day, I wouldn't do it if I didn't have ye. So thank you all for your support, and I hope you continue to play and
Hello
enjoy
there, and
the
welcome to the golf club.
enjoy
Have a
the
good feeling.
society.
That's all I'm gonna say. Let's play some golf.
Okay, looks nice. Grass. Hmm. But yeah, like absolutely, really enjoy doing this. I mean, running the society is
All right,
just
first hole
it's
is
it's a
upon
little
us
hobby
here.
I have
Let's do
now
this.
that I absolutely adore and will continue to do so as long as I have people to do it for. So just to, I suppose, reiterate what I meant by the wind here. So you can see I have the wind turned off. You can't see exactly how hard it's blowing, but what you can see is there's a ball above there on the top that it is kind of full up to halfway. So that kind of gives you kind of how strong it is. So I'd expect that to be somewhere between like a 9 and 12 mile per hour wind. Now I could be wrong. That's me just pure guessing on that. So I'm just going to hit this and see how it goes.
This is a beauty.
Yeah, so I suppose that's the best way to gauge it. So that little white block in the ball basically tells you
And looks like
how strong
I'd
that
say
wind is. So
160
the
yards
more
or so
white
out
that's
from
there,
the
the
pin.
stronger that wind. The less white there is, the 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 weaker it is. So I was also very tempted to actually remove the light grid at the bottom, but then I realized you could just take out the putter and get it anyway. So I was like, look, I'm gonna just leave that alone. Okay, so we've got roughly 155 plus. So we're just gonna just tweak that a little bit back. Let's.
This one's looking
Looks
dialed
good.
in.
Go on, go on. Not bad.
All right, you're on the green. Got a lot of work to do, but you are on the green.
I don't think the commentator is very friendly in this. Got a lot of work to do. I mean, it's not exactly that far away. He can be like the biggest dick in the world, but he can also be like the nicest person ever. So I suppose we'll just give him the benefit of the doubt. Okay, so tidy enough break from left to right. Putting has been my massive downfall lately. I mean, really just hasn't been good. So if I make a hames of this, please don't give out to me. Oh yeah,
Nicely done for the bird.
that's how you want to start. So as I was saying, my putting is
Great
really
start
good
to the
lately.
round.
Like
You have 1 under.
really good.
Okay, hole number 2. Let's see what we can do here.
366 par 4. Stroke it next 12. Okay, so this is again a really good opportunity. I really shouldn't have skipped that flyover. Really good opportunity to make a birdie, especially a hole this short. Course looks really good. Really impressed with it. But like if you've played Loch Lomond yet, or you're just about to start, you're going to be impressed with Loch Lomond. Oh,
looks like you'll be in the short stuff here.
Got away with it. Yeah, if you haven't played Loch Lomond yet, get over and play it. The course looks awesome. It's a really good. He did a really good job on it. And this one here is the exact same. It's a fantastic job. Okay, so we're straight into it here. Ooh, nice shot. What have we got? 85 now yards. So it's 85, 86 yards into the wind. Slope against us. God knows how I'm going to hit this now, because if it some really weird swings actually to start. So I did not hit that fast. That's okay. I know I hit it fast, but if anything, that should have came
On the
through as
green.
slow.
A lot of work to do now. Okay, for the birdie.
Don't know what happened there, but look, we're just going to give the game the benefit of the doubt right now. That wasn't anything spectacular, but look, on the green, we've got a putt. Okay, it's breaking off to the left. Then we'll break back to the right at the end, so we're just going to give this a little bit more. Substantial climb out. I don't even know if I've gotten that there.
5-footer here, nothing too bad.
Still uphill putt though, which is the main thing. I can't hack these downhill putts at all,
Solid
especially
par.
on really
Well
really
done.
quick greens.
And that'll keep you at 1 under
really
for the
bad.
round.
So that kind of putt there was replicative of how my putting's been
Okay,
so
nice
far.
fresh
Just
hole here. Let's pop
like
this in the
close, but just
fairway.
no cigar at all. Okay, so I'm just gonna hit this one here and hope that I can actually get away without actually hitting it fast. So let's. Hey!
All right, looking good so far.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh, come back! Come back! Come back! Come back! Come back! Come back! Come back!
Unlucky. I take back
Kind
that
of wish I
last
hit the
comment.
fast now. Okay, so again, not an overly like it's not the longest of courses, but you can see there like even you can only see a small bit of the green grid at the moment. Like look at them slopes. I mean, you're offline by a little bit. You know, this course is gonna become an absolute nightmare for you. Okay, so what have we got? Uphill, off the slope, off the right, wind off the left. Blowing relatively strong. We're going to give it a go. It's going to hit it. Not bad. Not bad. I'll take it.
You're on the green. That is decent for the bird.
Just would prefer to have been below the hole as opposed to above it. But again, after being in the bunker off the tee, can't really complain too much. Kind of look at this one, so I'm just going to give that a nice roll down. Nah, not too much.
4 feet. Let's do this.
See, I like that he
Nicely done.
motivates you. It's like, come on, let's do this. And I'm like, I really
And
want to
that'll
hold
keep
it
you
for
at
him.
1 under for the round.
But then other times he's just an absolute dick. Okay, 1 under through 3.
Okay, here we
Not
go.
the greatest starts. Okay, first par 3 on the cards. The 4th hole, 227 yards, stroke index 4. So definitely a tougher one. Bit of a narrow green. Definitely one that you kind of, it's pretty much center the green, and after that, as long as it holds the green, you'd be happy with it. So what that flag is about, it's 241. It's not a 4, but anyway, again, my trusty 2-iron. I'm also not going to go straight at the flag here because anything short is just, it's going to fall left. Oh, have we got joined by? Yeah, we got joined by someone. So I'm playing against his ghost and the real person. Well, fair enough. Okay. So I'm just going to take this out to the center of green. Going to at the flag, turn it left. Wish me luck.
Heading for the green here.
Yeah, to be honest, I'm not too disappointed by that.
32 feet to the
Oh
hole
wow.
here.
Okay, can I change that? I'm very disappointed by that. I didn't realize that was the slope of the green. Wow, I really should have paid attention to that at the start. Yikes. Okay. there we go. Another really bad putt. These are the putts now that cost me. This is where I really, really struggle and have struggled lately. Um,
Nine
just
footer here.
obviously not playing
I think you
enough.
can do this.
While also kind of trying to balance things between the designer, between playing tournaments and stuff like that. I mean, I used to play like somewhere between 50 to 70 rounds of golf on this a week to now playing, I think it's like 15 rounds. So I'm hoping that goes in.
Great
Nice
putt
one.
in there. Par.
Nice one. Okay, that was a decent
And that'll keep you
recovery.
at 1 under for the round.
Nearly derailed myself there. Okay, so it was a slow enough start. I definitely hope to
All
do an
right.
awful lot better
Let's
in
let her rip.
the real event itself. So moving on to the fifth hole here. Another really beautiful par 5. Tough one. Um, Especially if you're not that accurate off the tee, or if you hit a couple of fast like I did earlier, you could find yourself in any one of those bunkers there. And then you've also just got this green that is littered, and I mean littered with bunkers. You've got 6, I think. Yeah, 6 bunkers there. Um, you're talking about hanging that second shot out to the right at 559 yards. You should be able to get there in 2. Um, but as for getting at that flag in 2, unless you've trimmed it down the right hand side, you're probably not going to make it. So I'm actually going to try that now. I'm going to try and leave myself down the right hand side and
Nice. Should be in the fairway.
give myself kind of an angle where I can hopefully skim one in past those bunkers and roll it up a little bit. So what have we got? Between 240 and 260, up 10 feet. Do I go with what are three wood or a 4 wood? Oh, the questions. Yeah, we'll go with the 4 wood. Come on, come on, come back, come back, come on. Ah, okay, it nearly worked. I reckon if we had maybe for another foot or another yard, maybe further to the right, that could have kicked up really nicely. But not a bad effort. We'll take it. We'll learn from it. Okay. Hit the flop shot, blocked that up nicely, and played that very poor. Ah, do. Okay, I'll try and hold this one and at least walk away with a birdie. It's kind of what I expected to do. Going for that in 2 now has kind of punished me a little bit. No. Making an absolute disaster
4 feet
of
to the
this.
hole. You can do this. Good putt. Well done. And that'll keep you at 1 under for the round. Okay, hole number 6.
Skip the bloody thing again. Sorry, guys. Okay, it's another tough driving hole here. Now, bunkers really shouldn't be in play. I mean, especially downwind. If you're into the wind, of course, I mean, they could definitely be problematic. Um, but not so much. Not so much downwind at all. It should be a pretty generous landing area down there.
This one's looking good.
Kick that into the hill. Slow that up nicely. And give us a pretty handy shot into the green. So I can imagine this is a hole now where
we're right around 165
like that kind of stretch
out.
there. 5 and 6 should definitely be places where you should be looking to pick up birdies. Obviously, I didn't on 5, but I mean the green out here doesn't look overly problematic. It's about 165 in there for your second shot, so you can like a downwind, just throw that a little bit back in the stance, and you could probably get that one down there. That
Beauty.
wind is It's not having as much effect as I thought it would. Pushed it on a bit, but I was kind of hoping it would turn it in off the in further towards the right of the flag and kind of
Putting
come
from
down a
around
bit. But
16
look,
feet out.
I suppose it's the whole point of playing a little quick practice round, is to get used to these things. What I was planning to do as well, I had an idea, was to actually go ahead and have last season's winner of the Open Championship. And I was going back through the records, went back through Facebook, went through everything to try and figure out who won it. And it was like the only tournament all season where I didn't actually log who won the bloody tournament. So I couldn't message them and ask them to come on, and we'd have a bit of fun with it. But yeah, no, that didn't work out too well. So, oh lad, what is that? I really do apologise for my woeful play at the moment, guys.
Let's do this.
This is pretty much how Loch Lomond went earlier on for the first 10 holes. It was just bad putt after bad putt after bad putt, and you know, it just didn't work out for the first 10 holes. So I'm hoping that I can at least rescue something here.
This is hole number 7 on the tee. Let's do this.
These par 3s ain't easy. Look at that for a slope. And look where he's after putting that. Gas, man. It's a great shot. And it's getting better every second. Okay, so the aim here is pretty much you've got to put it in beyond that slope. That's a guarantee. So that looks good. If it can just hold there now, that would be really nice. Nah. No, not a hope. That was so bad. Oh, it looked good in the air. Oh man. That's woeful. I'm actually embarrassed for myself right now. Close.
4 feet to the hole. You can do this.
Okay, we'll take our par and we'll move on.
And that'll keep you at 1 under for the round.
Oh, thank you. You need to remind me of how bad I'm playing.
Par 4 here. Let's have a nice.
Okay, so another par 4. Again, like you'll see an awful lot, and like I'm sure you'll realize with an awful lot of links courses that are there, that bunkers are pretty much going to be prominent everywhere. So now I suppose the green here is a little bit more generous than others, which is actually quite handy. So this is it. Like I'm saying, that stretch of par 4s there, that kind of are par 5s and par 4s. So 5, 6, 8. If you can make pars on both those par 3s, pars are better. You're doing really, really well, and then you have those par 5, 2 par 4s on either side of them, and that should be able to kind of, I suppose, bring up. And you can see there by Locatori 87 there, he's 6 under through 7 holes on this Ghost, and he's 5 under in real time. So it really just shows you what can be done.
Looking good so far.
So it was a bit of an adventurous line, but it paid off. The wind has been quite friendly to me, actually. It hasn't been as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Looking at
so it has made wind a little bit easier. Problem is, I'm still playing crap, so that doesn't make things better for me at all. In fact, that actually makes things worse. So I seem to be hitting the ball a little bit to the right lately, so I'm just going to hit that and hope to God it's good. Sit there. Yes. Finally.
This one's for birdie.
No, this better go in or I'm going to pull out my hair. So the course isn't actually as tough as I'm making it out to be, is basically what I'm saying. I hope you all enjoy it. I hope you all come down and play in the Open Championship. We've had some fantastic numbers lately. Over 140 playing in 2 of the last 3 events, which is just crazy from where we were a couple of months ago. And I'm hoping that We can break a few more records again this week. Okay, there we go. That's a bit more like it. Don't like that kind of fade that I've been hitting lately. Kind of cropped in a bit earlier on this morning as well, where just leaking things to
Sweet.
the right, and then it just kind of gives you that, I suppose, indecisiveness as to where to kind of take your target lines at. Okay, so the play here is drop it short. That's quite nice, actually, fair play.
Nice swing.
Geez, that's very straight, isn't it? Yikes. Okay. Another miscreen on the par 5. We'll have to go back to the drawing board a bit. Get in. Oh! Too much juice.
This is for birdie.
Okay, it's showing a break, but you can see there, this is one thing I use actually. I don't know if everyone uses this. This is just the kind of method I use for reading the greens, because as you can see there with a couple of these lines, it's basically saying that it's breaking to the right, but I mean, that's so slight. I mean, at the pace you're looking at those, you'd think, right, you need to aim it a good bit outside right, but that break is so subtle. I mean, it's literally just outside right, and
That was nice.
I mean, that hardly broke. So
3 under
just
for
what I
the
like to do
round.
is I like to use the edge of my TV screen as a measure up against what the lines actually are,
Okay,
because
here we
I
go.
read on a forum post somewhere before that the green grids are like 90% accurate. They try to keep it like realistic as possible, where it is a guide, it's not an exact, um, which is, I suppose, kind of cool, but it's kind of frustrating when you look at the putt and you're like, well, that said it was straight, but that didn't go straight, or that said it was breaking, but yeah, you get my my point on that. But so I just like to use that. It's kind of like a safety mark for me, um, just so I know when I'm putting that I've actually,
It's looking good.
okay, I've taken a look. I know how it's breaking, and if I miss it, then it's 100% my fault. So I suppose I was only meant to
All
play the
right,
first
you're looking
9
at around
holes, but what I might do is
175-yard shot here.
I've had 2 birdies recently, so I'm feeling a little bit better about my golf. So I might just keep going for another hole or two. We'll see how we get on. What have we got? 179 in my hands. So it's playing about 175. I'm actually just going to hit this. It's kind of a very much a hit and hope kind of shot.
This one's looking good.
Yeah, I was trying to kill it into that front edge of the green. Just done. Kinda. Ish.
All right, 13-footer here.
Okay, 13 feet. Not that bad of a break again. Okay, so it's breaking a bit, but then at the very end you can see it just nips up a little bit, so it just requires a little bit more break on it, and because it's a slightly longer putt then as well, that it's going to break a little bit more too, so it's going to go with this and see what happens.
Wow.
Overread it! Or,
4 feet. Let's do this. Nice putt. You're in there.
Okay, we'll go as far as the 12th hole. As far as the
And
12th hole,
that'll
that's
keep
where
you
I'll
at
stop.
3 under for the round.
I'm probably sick of listening to me. I'm sick of watching my horrendous golf at the moment.
Coming off a par on the last one. Let's see what happens here.
I keep forgetting to. Oh, I keep forgetting to watch those flyovers. I'm really sorry about that, guys. So what I really like about this is add the little pole in the middle of the fairway. I really like that. Um, some people might have left that out. Might have just decided, well, it's a game. They've got the scout overview and scout camera and all that. They know where to hit it. But I like that they included that. That's awesome. And
This
boom
is a
goes the
beauty.
dynamite down the middle. Really, really happy with this choice of course so far, though.
I'd
It
say around 105
offers
yards or so to the pin here.
an awful lot of opportunity, but like you can see there, miss a small bit to the right, and you're left down here with a very, very hard putt. Like even miss it short, you have it. Miss it to the left, sneaky little downhill putts that if you get a little bit overzealous with it, you could end up anywhere. So I mean, it's the opportunity to score is definitely there, but the opportunity to throw up a high number or kind of go around high 60s, low 70s is definitely like what I'm kind of doing right now is definitely there. So I'm kind of happy with the club I have. That wind seems to be relatively strong. Strong enough that I don't need
Looks
to.
like this is a beauty.
Oh no, I missed that right. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Whew.
Nice approach
I was
here on
afraid
the
I took
green.
down that,
And
that
for the
slope I was
bird.
talking about. That would have just been typical. Okay, so there's a tiny bit of break here. Hopefully I don't overread this as much as I did the last one. I reckon that could be good. Boom.
Yes.
Nice.
4 under for the round.
Thank you. Didn't even think I'd reach 400 at this stage. I'm miles behind Locatoro.
Nice solid birdie on that last
And I
hole.
skipped
We
the
got
bloody
another
flying over
birdie in
again.
the
That's
works
just
here.
habit. I'll get you. I'll stop doing that eventually. Again, another short hole. It's 380 yards. I mean, you look at it and you go, right, well, this is birdie central right here. And then you look at the stroke index and you go, well, why in God's name is a stroke index 5? I mean, it's one of the shortest holes in the course. So I'm
That was
assuming that when I get
amazing.
down to the green, I'm going to figure that out. Because it's not even the tightest of fairways. Nice drive. Right, what's down here? Ah, that's what it is. Everything falls to the middle. Okay, so what you want to do is try to hit like a very kind of zippy wedge shot in there that it just kind of stops as opposed to hitting that kind of free-flowing wedge shot. So the pitch shot with a pitch image really isn't going to work for this. At least I don't think it will. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to up to the lob wedge and just try and rip that one back a bit because that's downwind as well. So here's hoping this works. I'm going to aim it right at his ball there. Spin back, come on, come on, come on, come on.
For the birdie here.
Had the right idea, just maybe about 3 or 4 yards too much on it. Okay, I'm not going to be too hopeful about holding this, but just getting it up there to the hole. No, what was that? Come on. You're better than that, surely. Yeah, so here you go. You can see exactly
4
why
feet to
it's
the hole.
stroke
You can do
index
this.
5. I mean,
Yeah, come on, ball, get in your home.
what was that? What was that?
All right, let's see what the scorecard says. 3 under for the round.
Oh, that's not good. Okay, look, we'll play one more hole. One more hole. Try and redeem
All
ourselves.
right, let's let her rip.
Stroke index 3. This is bogey central, more like instead of birdie central. Mother of God, look at that. There is literally no room for error on this course. I don't know how this guy's playing that well. So the aim of this video was not to put the fear of God into it. It was to simply just give I suppose, an overview of what the course will play like. If you have played it before, if you haven't played it, I suppose I just really wanted to show you what it was like. Um, so I hope you are enjoying the video as bad as I'm playing. Oh, that's gonna find a bunker, isn't
Looking
it?
good.
It's, you say it's looking good, but it's not, is it? Okay, maybe it is. I'm sorry. I'll take that back. I'll apologize.
For the bird.
But here's the problem: is that I'm still likely to miss this. Oh my
Was
god!
disappointing.
What? Yeah, I'm.
All right, a little 6-foot putt here.
Oh, that's just. That is
Great
sickening.
putt in
Like
there
I don't
for
know.
par.
I'll have to.
Okay, so
I'll have to make
that'll
sure to
keep
fit
you
some
at
more on the
3
golf
under
range
for
in
the
the week or
round.
something because my putting is that bad lately.
Okay, let's see what happens here on this par 4. Let's go ahead and drop this one into the fairway and take it from there. Nice.
That's another straight one again. That's 2 so far. It's weird. No,
And
pay
from
attention to that
here,
anyway.
we're right
Okay.
around 170 yards out.
170 yards out. See, this is what I was saying there. You can hear there in the commentary there. He pretty much just gave me the distance of what it is to the flag. So even though I took away the
This one's a beauty.
precise measurement, you still have the commentary guy there to tell you what it is.
On the green, but you still got a lot of work to do. All right, we got a 22-footer. Let's see if we can do this.
Yeah, I'm just rushing it now. I'm just looking forward to getting in and dust off the cobwebs a little bit.
Little 6-footer here, nothing too scary.
Okay, 6 foot.
Well done. We're in the hole. And that'll keep you at 3 under for the round. Okay,
So
it's time
4
to send
holes to
this
go.
ball on its
We'll
way.
try and make some stab at a decent finish. Get a couple of birdies, maybe get back to 5 or 6 under par. At least post a decent score. Cause at the moment, I'm kind of just middling at the moment, not really playing anyway decent at all. Pretty good off the tee. Happy enough with how I'm hitting it that way, but just struggling at the moment to put it close. And then at the same time struggling to hold those putts.
Nice. Should be in the fairway.
Yeah, perfect down the middle.
Looking at around 155 yards out from here.
Okay, 155 yards. That's what he said. It's down off the right. So what we're going to do is just going to pop it out there.
Heading for the green here.
Ish. Okay, it's okay though. We can hold that.
Okay, we're about 17 feet out here.
That's probably the straightest putt you get on this course. That's not that bad. Okay, a little off the left, a little off the right. A little. Oh, this putt's confused about what it's doing altogether. A little bit off the left, a little bit off the right, a little bit off the left, a little bit off the left. It looks as well, and the finish off the right. I'm just going to go a little bit off the left here. Hit it.
Great putt in there for birdie.
That'll do a little bit for my
Sitting
confidence
at
anyway.
4 under for the round.
So yeah, I was just saying there
16th hole
that
coming up here. Let us
putting
see
just
what we
hasn't
can
been
do.
great lately. Just trying to balance everything, personal life, an awful lot going on, along with a new project in the designer, and I suppose just trying to play my few rounds with the RCR and TGC and everything like that. But yeah, again, just thanks for all those messages that came in about Old Head. Awesome to hear how much he enjoyed it. It really, really is. I have a new project at the moment, working on another RCR. It's the Ballesteros course at RCR. So that's the home of
Heading for the green
the
here.
Omega European Masters. So that one is going to be an awful lot of fun. It mainly to do with the elevations. Like I got the
Correction,
first
you
9
ended up in the
holes
beach.
laid out and
So,
everything pretty quick.
sorry.
Took a little break over the Christmas. It kind of hopped back into it today, and this got some work on the back nine. And I mean, the laying out of it is fine. It's a very straightforward from that standpoint, but the overall planting and sculpting of it is just it's going to be an awful lot of work. So I'm looking forward to getting stuck into the sculpting part of it. It's going to be a huge challenge in comparison to Old Head, and I can't wait to see what it looks like. But I really don't know how long that's going to take. Okay, that's a better bunker shot than earlier.
Good stuff.
Okay, we're kind of closing on a bit of a positive here. We had a birdie. We hit a nice bunker shot.
And that'll keep you at 4 under for the round.
We're still only 4 under, but
Okay,
look, we'll take the
here we
positives when they
go.
come. We've got another par 5 here, so we have another opportunity to get one back, and maybe 2, if the course will give it to us. Okay, what I'm going to do is just take out that bunker on the left-hand side, and turn it right.
All right, looking good so far.
Too far right. No, that's good. Okay, so perfect down the middle of the fairway. Again, that's kind of one part of the game that, of my game at least, that never really suffers is I don't miss many fairways. I think the only course that I actually have struggled so far in the last couple of weeks was that Le Golf National. I think it was last week. The Open de France, the French Open course, which is going to host the Ryder Cup this year. Just could not hit a fairway there. Like, I mean, couldn't hit a fairway, and then as a result of not being able to hit a fairway, couldn't get a ball close to any pin position at all. Which then just kind of led to an awful lot of really bad putts.
Yeah, you hit the green and under regulation on this one. You
A
sink
relatively
this next
decent
cut,
score, but
and now
I
we're
mean,
cooking.
that was scraped like the bottom of the barrel to get it. And of course, I'd leave myself with the most ridiculous putt on the planet. Okay. Anywhere inside 10 feet here now, and I'm happy. We'll take it. I'm okay with that.
All right, this next one's for birdie. Yes.
See, there we go. One shot back. What are we now? 5 under.
5 under
okay,
for the
we'll
round.
get to 6. We'll get to 6. We're gonna birdie the last.
All right, let's put this in the
I
fairway.
don't care that I cancelled that flyover again. It doesn't bother me, I swear. Okay, straightforward. Stroke in next 15. Okay, this is asking for it to be birdied. It wants it. It wants me to birdie it more than I want to birdie it. Okay, nice drive.
So we have about 165 yards to go still.
165 yards. Okay, so that's way too strong. I'm going to pop that up in the air a little bit. That wind is going to pull it off the left. The slope is also going to bring it left. I'm hitting him a bit right, so... Ah, I hit a fast. Of course I would hit a fast right now. Into the bunker. You may also realise that my my round commentary comes with sound effects. Okay. Close, but no cigar.
This one for the save.
Okay, we'll finish off with a measly 5 under.
Nice putt.
There we go. Alright, a 5 under 66.
Well, after 18,
Not exactly
I think
the
you're going to
best
have to
score on
find a
the
little more
planet of course
difficult
logo.
course
Tora
for the
had to
next
show
one.
up and show off and pretty much hammer me, which I'm not too happy about at all. But it's kind of replicative of how I've been putting lately. So I hope you enjoyed that. Sadly, I couldn't play my best for you, um, but I tried. I tried, and that's the main thing. Um, Lovely course. I've never played it before on TGC, so it's to me it's perfect. Everything about it is perfect. The greens are so goddamn hard, but I mean they're very accurate. The guy did an absolute fantastic job in it, so that's going to get a 5 star from me. Definitely going to favorite it because it's going to be using it for a tournament from now on. I might hold the Scottish Open or something there next season. We'll see how that goes. Um, but yeah, so that's kind of that's the pre-open championship program from me. There's not a whole pile in the updates there to come. I suppose I'll just run through a couple of the tournaments that are going to come after. But again, I'll be posting them to Facebook and to the forums as well. So we have the Porsche European Open, which we're going to hold at Woburn. It's a first time on the schedule as well. Played it a couple of weeks ago. Lovely, lovely course. It looks to me like it came from TGC one. I'm not entirely sure on that. Just with the slightly narrower fairways, so the Tour Club player may struggle a little bit on there. But definitely a beautiful golf course. Then we have the WGC Bridgestone Invitational, which we're hosting at Firestone. Now, this is a slightly different Firestone to the Firestone we played last season. I haven't played this one yet, so this one's I'm hoping to play this one soon. But feedback on the forums, everything else like that is it's awesome. So looking forward to playing that. After that, I love the way they start out his name. It's brilliant. So this is the JP McManus Invitational Pro-Am, but they start out the anus at the end of McManus, and it cracks me up every time. I'm gonna have this on at Druids Glen. That's not confirmed. I'm like debating it. It's a refurbished version of my piece of crap course that I did before, and I actually think this one is pretty decent, but the other one still seems to get played. God knows who wants to play that, but it has like 900 plays right now, and mother of God, those poor merciful souls, why are they playing it? This one is much, much better, but look, I have yet to confirm whether that's going to be on the schedule or not, but the tournament is definitely going to be there. And then we have the final major of the year, the US PGA Championship, which is going to be at Valhalla. Again, this is a new design recently put on TGC2. It is awesome. It looks really, really good. I mean, this is way better than any other version that's on TGC2 right now, and I cannot wait to play that in the USPGA. I played it a couple of weeks ago in practice. It's class. And after that, then it's really just closing out the season. So we've kind of what I decided to do was take the FedEx events and mix them up with kind of the end of season events of the European Tour. So we have like the Northern Trust Open, the British Masters, the Dell Tech Championship. Then we've got the couple of events with BMW. So we've the BMW International Open. Um, Again, that's another course that I'm going to test out first. It just needs to be tested. Um, maybe not. I'm kind of 50-50 on it at the moment. Uh, then we have the BMW Championship at Pinehurst, the Alfred Dunhill Links at St Andrews, and we have the Tour Championship, which is going to be held at Eastlake. And just to let you know, quick update on that is that we are going to have another 100k bonus event this season, and that is going to be it. So 100,000 of the bank is going to be emptied out for that event. So make sure you're there. Now that's still like 3 months away, or 2 months away, I should say. But just to let you know, okay. So that's kind of all from me right now. You're probably tired of listening to me at the moment, and tired of watching my absolutely rubbish golf. But I hope you enjoyed it. I mean, I'm hoping to do more of these kind of things more often. Get a when I grow a bigger pair of balls, or as we Irish say, Learodi, and uh, and do more of these. Absolutely, I'll be looking to do like more leaderboard updates, more schedule updates, and everything else like that, and maybe actually get you to join me for a couple of the rounds during the tournaments and stuff like that. So I might actually stream the my rounds for the Open Championship as well. But we'll see how I'm feeling. I mean, my golf at the moment isn't good, so we'll see how we'll see how I'm feeling on Thursday. But anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in, and appreciate all the feedback. And as you'll notice, for everybody who's listened in before, the music is down, so hopefully you can hear me. And if you can't, well, this was an absolute waste. My voice just went there, an absolute waste. And guys, see you next time. Good luck.